Ecamm's virtual camera is by far my favorite feature of the platform still after years of use.
Amen, brother.
I can build out shows, presentations, interactive experiences, broadcast quality production, and take them with me to any video platform I'm on. There were some platforms that weren't compatible, like Discord, FaceTime, Keynote, and a few others, but for the most part, I didn't use them. In the 4.2 release, Ecamm expanded virtual camera compatibility by making it system extension based. So in as many steps as it takes you to select a camera, you can now select your production in all your favorite applications. I'll give you a full demonstration on Zoom, StreamYard, FaceTime, and Keynote in the full video. So here we are in Ecamm, and you're seeing my entire screen. And a couple of things to note before I give you the full demo is that you no longer have the icon at the top here to select between recording, virtual camera, and streaming. Now it's just streaming and recording. In fact, if I go here to output and to virtual camera, you'll see that it just says ready. It doesn't really say to turn it on or off, which is what the feature was before. Because it's system-based now, it is ready. It's ready to go and is kind of always available, if you will. So that's a slight change, not very big, but if you're used to Ecamm, you want to know that that's one of the things that you'll see when you update to the latest version. I also wanted to kind of show you that virtual camera showcases whatever is in the production window. So this is my production window, and whatever's in here is seen in whatever platform you are. So when I talked about taking my entire production with me, what does that look like? You might ask. Well, here's one. Right, this is one of my shows that I do on Friday nights, and so this is the design of it. But imagine having this entire design available inside Zoom. Kind of cool. Here's yet another, and I could literally have 3 guests with me on screen here in this window and still be able to have that inside, let's say, Keynote or even Discord. Pretty cool. Again, here's yet another. Now, I don't know why you'd want to have 3 videos of yourself, but it may just kind of be a pattern interrupt in your Zoom meeting or in your Teams meeting, or if you're doing WebEx or something like that, you can utilize this to just kind of do something different than what everybody else is doing. Here is my teaching screen, and yeah, you could pull up a full website, which you can do, of course, in Ecamm. And this is a web widget, so this I don't need to share a screen for. Kind of a game-changing feature, and you can take this with you even into, let's say, a FaceTime call, even into a Safari video. There's just so much functionality that you can do with these to be able to kind of showcase, I like to call it own your square, right? You're in these video calls and you have a square, and you can really kind of make that square your own. So I just wanted to kind of give you some of those as examples of what's possible. And so that is what we mean by the virtual camera and taking your production with you to any one of these video platforms. Now, let's take a look at some of the platforms that we talked about on my desktop, looking at the 4 applications that we're going to do a quick live demo of the virtual camera. So we know that the virtual camera allows us to take our production on the road, but how do we see it? Right now, I see myself as myself in all these videos or in all these video platforms. So let's start with StreamYard. So here in StreamYard, there's a lot of great things that StreamYard does. StreamYard is a tier 2 streaming platform. And because it's tier 2, that means there's some functionality that it just doesn't have, like the tier 3 streaming platforms. Did I mention that of the 3 tier 3 streaming platforms, vMix, Ecamm, and of course OBS, they all have a virtual camera. Yes, all 3 of them have virtual cameras. But of course, Ecamm has kind of taken it to another level by making it a system-based virtual camera, which means it's always available, and it has broader compatibility across the board. So something to think about. But yes, there are some functions and features that you just might want to be able to utilize inside your StreamYard stream, and the virtual camera will enable you to do that. I use a virtual camera in StreamYard when I'm in there as a guest to be able to delay my audio, and also to be able to, put a QR code up on the screen or do a couple of little things to kind of wow folks, show my background camera by hitting a button on the Stream Deck, things like that. You get the point. So in order to select that, I know this is small. I'm going to click on the settings button here. In fact, let me do that one more time so you can see it. The settings button in StreamYard, I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to simply select instead of CamLink 4K, I'm going to select the eCam virtual camera. There it is. We select it. Nothing has changed. I know, nothing has changed. That's okay, because we are still seeing the virtual camera, which is just the camera at this point. We're going to make that change in just a second. Over here in Zoom, I'm also going to do something very similar. I'm going to go here to where it says video, that little arrow next to where it says stop video. I'm going to scroll up and select from the list eCam Live virtual camera. And again, it's there, but it hasn't changed because my virtual camera is still the same camera that I was using as the CamLink camera. So if I go up to this is FaceTime. Go up to FaceTime. You got to click on it first, and then go to the video menu at the top. You'll see here yet again eCam Live virtual camera, CamLink, eCam Live virtual camera, basically the same. And again, like I said, you may be saying to yourself, why did we make these changes? Well, just now I'm going to change my eCam with the Stream Deck button. I'm going to change to a different scene, and now you can see that in all of the different video platforms. In Zoom, you're now seeing my virtual cafe show. In StreamYard, you're now seeing myself with a couple of guests on the screen. Well, the guest field is empty, but there's even a ticker going across the bottom. Even in FaceTime, you're seeing that. Of course, it's kind of reversed. Got a little video background. Now, how would this work in Keynote, you might ask? And I have a little Keynote presentation here. On my second slide of the Keynote, I've got a space here that I want to add video. And in order to add video in Keynote, you would just go here to the media button. You click on media, and then you can add a picture, image, all kinds of stuff. But this feature here says live video. I'm going to click on live video, and it does add a camera, but this is not the one I want. This is my BTS shot, which is the Insta360. So I'm going to put that into place there, and I can select here by just going, as long as I have the video selected, I get a live video menu on the right, and from that drop down, I can select my CamLink. Now you'll notice in the sources here, I don't have the virtual camera from eCam. So I need to add that. I would have to hit the plus sign next to live sources. I'm just going to type in eCam VC, and I'm going to select that here as the eCam Live virtual camera. Select it, say add, and now that's my camera inside Keynote. And now I've got a video background inside Keynote, inside Zoom, inside FaceTime, inside StreamYard. And this is an automated scene group that I'm using inside eCam to be able to make these switches happen automatically without me actually touching it. And it's set to I think 10 seconds. And you can kind of see where that might be useful as well, that I can continue talking and it's as if I have a producer already hitting the buttons for me to switch from one scene to the next to the next. It's pretty cool if you ask me. And this is just a couple of the ways that the virtual camera can be used from eCam inside all your favorite video applications. Did you know you can embed live video in Keynote? That's pretty cool. Virtual camera didn't work with Keynote, Discord, and Safari before, but now all three are supported with the 4.2 update. eCam has put themselves in a different category by expanding compatibility for virtual camera and other updates like Instagram comments for live streaming. If you want to learn how eCam simplified streaming to Instagram, click on this video right here and I'll show you. IG live comments on screen and more. Go. I'll see you over there.